we're just going to call it both ways, the Q&A, the Halley Quynh show, where we get together every single week and we discuss anything related to self-love, transformation, healing, and all in between. So the topic today is how loss is related to alignment. This came up and we were literally just having a discussion because of something that came up for you in meditation, and it's so relatable. And for anyone who maybe you came across something great and then immediately you're afraid of losing it. We just have this fear of loss, which relates to our past experiences of loss, right? So let's get into that conversation, share this out when you feel like this is going to be helpful to someone that you know in your community. So Halley, in your life, when you have experienced loss, how was it related to alignment? Like looking back, where you are today, and when you look back, like how does that hold so much truth for you as you see how loss has played in your life?
I like that you emphasize the looking back.
Yeah.
It's definitely like a retrospective thing. It's really hard to see in your moment, even though sometimes you even know, like I feel like the deeper you go on your path, the more understanding you have that when you're losing something that's meaningful to you, there's higher purpose to it, but you can't quite see it yet.
Right.
So, I think that we've all experienced losing something that we have a deep emotional attachment to.
Totally.
And how excruciating that can be and how painful that can be. And also, there's just something that's really true about the fact that that which is no longer for us falls away. And so, but we get traumatized by loss when we're not really seeing the bigger picture. It's still like, it's in our body that like having to be pulled away from something that we really cared about or someone. And then as you go on your journey, after you have courageously released something, you start to see like what fills in that space and how like your life comes into more alignment, and you start to attract that which is really for you now that you couldn't have attracted if you hadn't lost that major thing. So then, we were in meditation, we were kind of like talking about what belief we're ready to let go of.
Yes.
And the belief that showed up for me is that I just got something that I really wanted for a really long time, and it's like very fulfilling. And so I have a fear of loss around it, or I have a fear that I'm gonna lose something else in order to like balance it out, And it was really revealing of how much fear of loss plays a role in our psyche, and in our capacity to receive great, beautiful, fulfilling things. And it opened up this discussion about loss and alignment.
Right? Curious, what have you seen kind of like fade away, but then it really highlighted something else? Like, what did you see kind of like drift away, and then what showed up even like closer or even more in alignment for you? What would you say?
Well, I think that the main thing is like just relationships that I wanted to work, that weren't working, but that I really, really, really wanted to work.
Yes.
And then at a certain point, having to just like wave the flag.
Hey!
This isn't working, and like I have to let this go. And as much as I like love this person, or this is just, I think, a theme in everyone's life. Like everyone has fallen in love, and everyone has had to like let go of people, not necessarily because they don't love them still. But because it's not like a high functioning relationship. And she broke up with him, and then that night she went to go hang out with her friend who was hanging out with a couple guys, and she ended up like marrying one of those guys.
Oh my god.
The same night that she broke up with her
Sometimes
boyfriend.
it does come quick because you release something that was so big, so you might be inviting something else that's as big, you know. And before we got online, you mentioned, you know, we can't see, so we don't know know how to how do I say it? It's like looking forward to what's going to be filled in versus like dwelling and being so much of that loss. I mean, which relates to like, okay, like when you're in pain, where you're gonna go to like soothe yourself and comfort yourself, and help yourself heal that, like letting go. And yeah, like actually, if you reflect about your losses and what the gains that you experience afterwards, you will see that the next time when something fades away, whether you ask for it or not, you can have the awareness. It looks like life's pattern is if when something's removed, something gets filled in.
It's true, and this piece that you said about the crazy thing about loss and then what happens after that is you're losing something that you know, that you have, that there's form, you know what that thing is that you're losing, and what you don't know is what's coming to fill it in. So this like getting excited, it's like getting excited literally about the mystery, like getting excited about that which is currently formless, and that's what faith is.
Faith and hope, all of that, yes. Something that came up for me when you were mentioning that also is like, I remember getting curious about what my future was going to look like after experiencing loss as well, you know, relationships ending. I kind of started, when I started to feel better about that loss or like healing myself, I started to get curious. I'm like, man, I wonder what's going to come in next, you know? So it's like, getting curious and to the where you can actually get excited. See, that's transformation right there, where you get excited about like what's going to come in because you know that a big thing just got released out of your life.
Right?
Yeah.
And then you can keep your spirit high.
Yeah.
Instead of, you know, having, it's like every loss deserves grief and
For sure.
that whole process and experience.
Oh yeah.
But if you stay down there with the loss, then you don't get to like elevate in order to magnetize the like big beautiful thing that's on the way for you. So the more you can like really trust that space was being made for higher purpose, kind of the faster the thing comes through.
What I'm hearing too, it's like when you can practice going from, you know, that place where, you know, there's pain, you can like create this experience where you're crossing a bridge to, you know, feel the trust and feel more positive about the next thing that's going to enter into your life. That is like a process that if you get used to it, then perhaps you'll be able to experience more on this side more. You know, and you're like, oh wow, you know, all the breakthroughs come and because you know, because I just think about like how we grow up and stuff like that. Like these tools or these conversations, these ideas are not really presented to us in this way. So as we experience life, we try to find meaning to it. So whoever's watching this right now, you can see that through you know, your experiences, you can see that, you know, perhaps there is some sort of trust that you have stepped into. And so it's just like being aware and stepping into that, bringing it forward. Like, okay, I've gone through so much stuff and I'm still here. So that means this is not the end. This is not the end. This is not permanent. It's not permanent, you know. Yeah, I love that you brought up your losses because I thought about relationships as well, whether it's friendship or romantic. And especially, like, for an example, this is kind of like for an example, experiencing being cheated on, you know, like I knew in the back of my mind that needed to happen for me to leave. Because I wouldn't. I wouldn't leave, and I already knew it was bad. You know, like when we're by ourselves and these truths come up, we're just not ready to live in that truth because emotionally we're just so attached and we won't do it. So sometimes that's where the universe will take care of you because you know it's not working. So sometimes events like that need to happen in order for you to call it quits.
Yeah,
Because that was like basically my ultimatum. I'm not going to be with someone that is cheating on me. Like, I'm not going to be with someone that is doing stuff with other people. That is not me. And that was my deal breaker. And so, of course, I had to experience that.
I had to go to that point.
Even though it sucked so bad, but it was a wake-up call, right? And it made room for me to kind of adapt a new idea about how I need to live my life, or like what's really important, you know? So I'm grateful for the losses.
A deeper alignment.
Yeah, I'm grateful for the losses. So what a great conversation. Yes. So if you guys have anything to share or any questions, we've done that before where someone asks a question and we use that for the following week. So we thank you guys for tuning in, and if you look up there, we have a new workshop for July. It's on the 28th, and it's embracing change.
Which goes with this topic.
Yes! I was just gonna say that. Perfect. Yeah. So if you guys are having a rough time embracing the changes that are happening, we're gonna hold the space at this workshop to be able to navigate through that. Alrighty. Thanks for being here.